Well, now, what can I really say? The usual dynamic of the show has been somewhat flipped upside down because Kaicho might no longer be the president. Although I doubt that to be the case, but still, there is a contender. And considering the how things are in certain parts of the world at the minute, I wonder if this will go without a hitch. I'm sure all of the votes will be legitimate. Let's check it out. There you go, that was up a bit too loud to begin with. What is the poundage of that bow to fly so straight for so long, actually? And we've already seen Kaguya lose control of her faculties somewhat and make that massive cake. So what more are we going to see, especially if times are going to be a bit more contested? And also this new girl, how is she going to change things up? Because we've got the two personalities that are Chika and Ishigami, so although, let's be honest, no one's going to upstage Chika. O kawaii koto. Is he trying to win over people for the upcoming elections? Also, it seems wrong without his... I can't remember what they called it. Oh yeah, kinda. But there's a lot more. His eyes aren't quite so... Oh, he just had more time. Nice. He's not quite so worn down. So, is it a good thing for him to try to be president again? So desu ka. They've been a huge bother to him? Is that what she's thinking? I wonder if they realise who it is. So, ah. Yep. As to be expected as a Vishigami. Jumping straight into the cursed territory. Who are they? Why are they seeming so... so close to him, kind of thing? He looks more approachable now. I do wish he would stop twinkling. Now that he's had a good night's sleep. Yep. She hasn't really written much. Or maybe she's not interested now that he doesn't have his usual appearance. Well, he's a hard worker, at least, with good grades and all that. They are being extremely more just straightforward in this season. I like it. Going for a constellation. Nice. Oh, well, he does enjoy the night sky, so yeah, he would think that. Weird. To think that his. I'm getting Nishijou vibes from that. But to think, yeah, so much of his personality and face can just change through good sleep. I wonder what would happen if my. If my diet and sleep patterns and whatnot weren't so irregular and poor. Why do people always go for the default, oh, it's about a friend? Like anyone actually believes that at this point. True, she did. To do love. Yeah, she did kind of throw it out there without much thinking about it for too long. But who else can she turn to? Kind of, yeah. Things can't constantly be 100% all the time. Can she even say it? Just give her a bit of a consolation and. This might this could be both beneficial and horribly, horribly bad. What a good helper she is. Oh, you. Just digging right in there. Twist the knife, why don't you, Chica? Please, please help. This is Ishigami we're talking about. Not such a thing doesn't exist. Ishigami? Um. Okay, I don't know if this has actually helped her or not. This definitely doesn't complicate things further. He has suffered a lot. He's probably been overthinking things recently. Why does his clothes look really dishevelled? It might be better for his health if he didn't get involved with her, since she likes him when he's overworked and burdened. Yeah. I think you just witnessed something that you wish you could forget forever. And also, don't peek through windows like that. It might not be the best. We never had a choir type thing in our high school, and I'm kind of glad. Are they adding a lot more kind of dumb little cutaway type animation things than the first season, or did I just not remember what they did? We used to have to sing hymns from Le Bible in middle school. I can't remember one of them. Most of the time, yeah, I just mouthed it because I A, didn't really care, and B, didn't know the words. Weren't you? Has he always been faking it then? Oh. Is this going to be the whole I raised that boy? She can't leave it alone now. I would say that I'm not very good at singing, but at least I have the basics of to acknowledge why I'm terrible. I wondered what that noise was. I don't think the dog can help in this situation. Do you want to kill him? I mean, I can understand how people can be slightly off, but not to the point where you bleed anyone's eardrums. Okay, just hold a single note. Yeah, it's kind of hard to have someone who is just gifted and can hear particular notes to someone who can't. Yeah, just copy. Is he even getting higher? No. Hmm. Not quite a harmony. Now, repeat what you just did. Don't damage the piano. Sea cucumber's viscera. That is very, one way to describe it. Maybe you should go to a professional. I kind of wanted to go to singing lessons and whatnot, but I A, didn't want to pay for it, and B, didn't want to be told how bad I was. If he had his confidence battered to that extent, yeah, maybe you would just imitate rather than actually sing. But there's a reason, and we heard it. Time for a montage. We're gonna need a montage. I'm kind of anticipating her face of quiet resignation of everything that she's suffered through. I recognise one person in the audience. I couldn't see too many though. Not too bad. Although it is very nice to see that he wants to overcome things that he's not good at. Because dwelling in your failures just makes it, impounds everything that was wrong. She's getting emotional again. Yeah. She raised that boy. Yeah, I see some of them now, yeah. Kind of hard to follow her direction when she's kind of all over the place. It really hit her hard, that one, didn't it? And it brought her to tears. How is she going to handle if she actually has children then? Jesus. Here. Oh. She's forcefully eliminating the competition. Well, yes, kind of, but it's not something that you want to bank on, is it? I'd actually want to fulfill things that you say that you want to complete. Just promising everyone the world and not actually giving them anything isn't going to improve anyone. You might not want to dig into this in case there's something to be uncovered in your precious candidate. And do remember, I can't remember her name, Miko or something? Her voice actress in some other stuff that I've watched. At least you can read someone. Then why are the lights off? Leave her family alone. We are seeing the beginnings of, well, she might take after her father. Okay, playing on her weaknesses here. Destroy her self-confidence. Why? So you basically want her to be a puppet candidate? Good. She's not just going to be asking for something unconditionally. She telling her to intentionally throw this one. You see, this... I'd like to say the world isn't quite as dark as this, but I can promise you it is much worse in reality. That wasn't meant as a compliment. Well, this has definitely thrown her off step, hasn't it? Congratulations, this girl knows how to cut through even if she doesn't understand what she's doing. I like that attitude. You have... Now you'll be stuck together, yes. So she doesn't need him to win now. I mean, true, we kind of have social distancing at the minute, so yeah, but this is heading down the road of Shimoneta. She is a dictator in the making. Oh. That was a surprising, just hard cut at the end there. Oh dear. It's not quite as clear cut as it first appeared. All we can really hope is that he runs his campaign on, I was a president last year. The school did alright, didn't it? Hopefully he actually achieved something so we could use that as a jumping off point. Although, yeah, as we've seen some of the policies that this girl wants to enact, I'm not sure the student body will be 100% behind her. You know, a certain amount of authority is it's appreciated. But if you overstep that mark... And now, both Kaguya and... I've blanked on his name... are a bit more proactive about each other. You had to have this little shoulder goblin basically saying that she's going to keep an eye on them very closely. Hopefully you're very interested in what's coming up next. If you enjoyed the episode, let me know by leaving a like on the video and commenting down below. And of course, if you don't want to miss out, subscribe to the channel. And there are only a few channels which I have actually turned on the notification bell for, because I personally find it a little annoying, but still, if I'm one of them for you, first off, why? And second of all, thank you. But mostly, prepare for the big election. Get some rest. See you there. If you would like to help me along my journey and then eventually burst into tears of my success, then consider helping me out on Patreon, because Sal, Raywin, HSTR, Denim 1997, Aisha M, Shiwen, ASD and everyone else are the mother figures to the developing child that is my channel. And I know that I wouldn't be able to learn myself, so I'm very glad to have you here with me.